Hello.
Hello.
Hola.
All right. Hello, everyone. This is the public portion of the General Staff Meeting for August 2018. Today is August 11th.
Hello.
We have some announcements to make from there were several somewhat controversial topics that we had to discuss. Let me see if I can get Minecraft on the stream, though. Just on here. There we are. Oh, I still have the tar thing. Let's get rid of that thing.
You may start speaking now.
No.
In a race around the world.
He just done that clue.
Okay, so let's go through the announcements, starting off in section 1. So yes, as I said, I did show everyone a proposal I had regarding belligerent dissent and making it into a warrantable offense. I'm not going to go... You'll have to read the proposal yourself. I did post in Discord at least a week ago. But basically, we've had to deal with quite a few number of players, some of them have already been banned, who have basically come on the server and just disagreed with, or just repeatedly complained or argued with staff, or complained about the rules, or just complained about how the server is being run. And I'm going to be quite honest, I'm getting quite tired of it. I'm sure a lot of everyone else in the community is rather tired of it. So I decided to make this proposal to essentially make this sort of thing, to just basically allow staff to give warnings a bit earlier instead of waiting for someone to make a disrespectful comment. Whenever these sort of conversations happen in public chat especially, usually just causes other people to get involved, unfortunately, and it just causes a lot of disruption on the server, and this cannot be tolerated for the future. So as staff, we did discuss this proposal. We're going to make some adjustments to like some of the bullet points with regards to what specifically we're going to be warning. To be very clear, we're not disallowing all dissent. Like if any disagreement or dissent about the server is done in a respectful manner, where you ask kindly to the staff to consider, say for example, certain rule changes or that sort of thing, then we will listen and we will consider it. However, for people who don't accept the staff decisions, after we've repeatedly explained to them why we made those decisions, or why the things are the way they are, or if you do it in a very disrespectful manner, especially if you do it in public, those sorts of things may net you a warning, or worse. So yeah, I think I'm just going to read there was a lot of debate amongst staff about this proposal, and I do know that it is controversial and could be, and we do know that a lot of players, a lot of members, and actually we've already seen this, some of them have misinterpreted what this proposal is. We as staff can only do so much to try to convince, or not convince people, but explain exactly what this proposal is, but there's always going to be some level of misunderstanding where people have jumped to conclusions. For example, they think their free speech is being limited, or this might be abused by staff. So essentially, I'm sort of rambling here. We are going to implement this proposal. We're going to give it a try, and if we find any people who still don't understand the nature of this, fully understand the nature of this proposal, we will attempt to explain it to them so that they do understand. And it's also very possible that maybe we're just unlucky and we just had a bunch of bad apples in the last few months. It's very possible that we'll put these rules in place, and then there won't be any need to enforce them for the next while. I'm hoping that that's what's going to happen. But for any newer players that come onto the server, they'll at least have this thing there. One suggestion that I will probably implement soonish is also add this as a question in the member application, so that any new players will at least have to read through this part before they can gain membership. I think that's about it. Staff, did I miss anything about that? Because there's a lot of stuff in that one.
Not that I know of.
Okay. All right. So once again, 1A has been approved. The belligerent dissent rules will be implemented. And that is that. Next up, various staff. We had a lot of discussion about how we're going to manage PvP arenas going forward. And essentially what we agreed to is that there's going to be essentially two different kinds of tiers of PvP arenas. One of them is going to be, I guess we'll call them the original or legacy arenas. These will include all the ones that Yoshi has had at the Wishington PvP arenas. That's basically PA 1 all the way to 12. So those will be considered legacy or original arenas, and Yoshi will be continuing to manage those. And on the other side, we'll also have basically another category of arenas and these arenas will be for pretty much anything, any new arenas, and these will be built on the games world. We'll also require them to be named, so they won't use numbering system from 1 to 12. We'll probably recommend naming basically a naming scheme like really short words like forest or mountain or something like that. And how it'll work is we still need to set up the actual building guidelines. Yoshi and others will be formulating that and finalizing that probably within the next week or so. Once that is there, players will be able to start building any new arena ideas, and they can build them on the games world. We will also allow arenas on the new world as well. The restriction on the new world, however, is that those arenas must look like a stadium. We're not any sort of boxy, sort of rectangular arenas that you usually see like on the old world. Those will be restricted only to the games world. So once again, on the games world, you can build those sort of boxy arenas. On the new world, you can build, you need to build it, make your arena look like a stadium. And both of those sort of arenas will be allowed. And all arenas will be considered through, there'll be a committee of about 3 to 4 staff members, maybe more, who will evaluate these arenas. Yoshi will be included there. Chief will probably be there, and plus some others. And then from there, it'll be up. You will also need to decide whether you want that to become a numbered arena to join Yoshi's list of arenas with the same lobby, or if you want it to become a named arena. So it's a bit of a complicated process. Yoshi's probably going to try to make a flowchart of sorts to show this process. But yeah, but there's a lot of different options. You can make it a named arena or a numbered arena, or you can build it on the games world or new world. So if you have any questions about that, please ask them in the Q&A portion of this meeting, and we'll try to clarify on that. Next up is a proposal from LD Shadowlord regarding supporter payments. Specifically, he would like to see recurring payment, a way to pay on a recurring basis, kind of like a subscription, in addition to paying for the regular supporter payments. I did discuss this with staff a little bit. My concern, again, is giving some sort of benefit back to the people who pay on a recurring basis. And also there's still questions about how this will interact with all of the other players who've already bought supporter so far. That said, I will probably not this month, but probably next month, I will at least work on providing at least an option for people to pay on a recurring basis, pay their support, just basically as a way for them to support the server. There's not going to be any benefits that people will get from paying this, at least not yet. Unfortunately, there are not that many other benefits that we can give that are still within the legality of the EULA. But at the very least, I will give that option. It'll probably be set up with PayPal or some other payment provider, and it'll probably be available next month. So, so there's that, and also I'll mention this. I have been working on maybe getting some sort of merchandise store up and running. This will be like t-shirts and mugs and stuff. That's also on the to-do list. That might probably come next month as well, but it'll depend on how much time I have. So these are sort of like MRT themed mugs, shirts, that sort of stuff. The biggest question about this one is trying to get the art for this and how that's going to work, but we'll have to see how that works there. Moving on to the other one of the other bigger controversial topics is the addition of a Discord not safe for work channel. This is proposed by Tar Heel, Kuz, and LD. I'm taking the position I'm pretty neutral on this topic. I can see pros and cons on both sides. I will say that there's been a lot of argument. There's been one argument that I've seen against this proposal that basically says that why can't these players just make their own Discord? And that I will say that I fully reject this argument. That's not what this proposal is asking for. It is asking for a server sanctioned not safe for work channel on the official MRT Discord. And there are also some concerns about, so there's that. There's also some more legitimate concerns where basically players, up to this point, any sort of suggestiveness or innuendo has been allowed pretty much on any channel or anywhere on the server without this not safe for work channel. But by adding this channel, there are some concerns that it'll only be allowed in this channel, in this new not safe for work channel, and it'll also mean that if it's anywhere else on the server, it'll not be allowed. And that can also be pretty restricting because people who are not 18 or older may not be able to participate or make those sort of jokes or those sort of things. There's also another the other big concern is with this will pretty much split the community, and it's going to split the community whether we approve it or not. If we approve this proposal, then it does have the effect of ostracizing the younger members of the server because they can't participate in these sort of conversations, partially for good reason, because there's a lot of content there they shouldn't be seeing. But for those younger members, it will feel like a secret club, and that's probably something we want to avoid. On the other hand, if we reject this proposal, a lot of the adults or the older members, and I'm speaking as myself as probably one of the older members on the server, I can't relate with a lot of the younger people on the server. It's just the way it is. They're just a different generation, different interests. Definitely not very mature, I would say. And by not having this channel, it will be probably be very disappointing because they're not able to. A lot of the older members won't be able to express themselves without having fear of offending a lot of the younger members. And we have lifted these rules around suggestivity before because we know that the server community is getting older, and we want to possibly consider that. I'm basically explaining all the different viewpoints. We did debate it for some time. Unfortunately, this proposal has not been accepted because there's still, just simply based on the fact that there are still some concerns, at least some of the staff expressed concerns about it. And to me, that's probably enough for me to not go forward with it. It's not the ideal solution. It's kind of one of those where basically one of the situations where nobody wins. And yeah, unfortunately, we won't be able to add this channel for those older members. So yeah. Moving on to 1E, Sigma the Enigma is proposing anvils and the addition of anvils and shulker boxes as drivable surfaces. That is something that has been rejected before because we weren't able to do it from a technical standpoint because of the way UCARS is designed. However, Sigma has provided some configuration files which may allow this. So this will probably be tested on beta at some point on the beta server, and then if that seems to work, then it'll probably be added probably at latest probably next month. But it'll also depend on how much time I have to test. And next up is 1F regarding the proposal from Mindman to adjust the Discord SRV plugin. Specifically, what he's proposing is he would like to directly link the hashtag Minecraft-server channel in Discord basically link it directly to global chat in-game. Right now, we have in-game, we have actually two separate channels. One's global chat, the other one is Discord chat, and that one is linked to the Discord channel. But Mindman has cited some benefits of linking them directly. It'll make it communication between Discord and in-game a bit more clear. Some moderators some staff had difficulty trying to manage the conversation, especially during emergencies, when staff are trying to discuss these sort of things, or with members. So there's that, and also it also removed the need for having another channel in game. So no more /d, no more tilde characters that indicate if someone's speaking from Discord. So yeah, so once again, yeah, I've actually said this proposal has been approved. I'll probably get this working probably by tomorrow. I'll probably just fiddle around with the main server directly and configure that. So once again, global chat will be linked directly to Minecraft server in Discord, the Minecraft server channel in Discord. I should note that the general chat in Discord will remain completely independent. It'll be not linked at all. It's just between Minecraft server in Discord and global chat in game. Okay, and actually I should leave that till the end there. Let's go on to roads. I love roads. Roads are amazing. First one is A89. The A89 renaming proposed by Shadowborder. Staff looked at this and didn't really see the point of it. It does call for the renaming of basically the A8, A9, and other roads around that area. It also would be a lot of work to change all the signs. So staff have rejected this proposal, just based on that. Next up is the A13 proposed by Cody HM. We looked at this proposal and this has also been rejected. Basically, I think based on the geography that Cody has proposed, we would suggest that he instead proposes a B road that connects off the existing A1 near the Zephyr line in order to connect his town. And also, we have some questions about, apparently some of the players who Cody has stated that he has gotten permission, apparently did not give permission, but once staff actually confirmed that. So yeah, but yeah, those are basically the main. Oh, and also one other reason is the road cuts directly through a mountain biome. I don't think that's really a good use of a road. So basically, those three reasons are why we are rejecting that thing. Next up is the A54 proposed by Talon and Cortese. This one goes from Grisville, which is on the very eastern part of the map. It's where the A8, I believe, or A4? A8, I think, no, A4. I don't know my numbers. Terminates, and then turns northward toward Verdantium. What they're proposing is connecting that road south from Grisville all the way down to the south part of the map. We're going to partially approve this. We're only going to approve the section between Grisville and Merville for now. If they'd like to propose further extensions from there, they can do that once that part of the road has been completed.
Wait, I didn't hear, sorry.
Basically, the part between Grisville and Merville has been approved.
Okay.
The rest of it you'll have to propose later on. Also, one other thing that we'd like to note, we'd like you to, based on the proposal map that we saw, we would prefer that you connect to the interchange that already exists east of Grisville instead of connecting to Grisville directly.
Yes, I already talked that with Gods on Train.
Okay.
Oh, Frumple, actually. One
sorry,
second.
can we not please leave any questions and comments toward the end, if you can? Thank you. Okay, so there's that. The final road proposal is an A8 revamp proposed by Cody HM. Cody pretty much was requesting that the A8 be updated to the existing road standards. Specifically, there's still carpet on these roads, which is actually interfering with proper UCAR operation on these roads. For this, staff can do this.
It's already done.
Yep, Castle's already done this, so there are now no carpets on the A8. If you do find any carpet that we might have missed, please let us know. But that's done. So A8 has been revamped. I'm gonna lose my voice here. I should have brought some water. Oh well. Moving on to section 3. First up is the Eden Canal proposed by Shadow Border. This is a very short canal. This is pretty much off the east coast, the east part of the canal that Frozen built. That goes to the middle of the map. This has been approved. We would like to suggest to Shadow Border to try to make this canal as natural as possible. An alternative we could also suggest is to maybe widen the existing river instead. But if you want to cut through the landmass anyway, that's fine as well. Next up is 3B. Talon is requesting a sponsorship change regarding the MGA Golf Tournament for Season 2. God, do you remember what we decided on this? I don't exactly remember.
So basically, he was requesting... Previously, he'd been approved for up to $300 in sponsorship per event. We've now just said he can get unlimited sponsorship with the everything over 300 going towards his end of season rewards.
Okay, I think we approve this. So, yeah, we're just going to make some changes about how he's receiving the money. And finally, the last project is HVT. It would like to construct a blue rail line under C93, which is an inactive town. The player has not been there for at least a few months. This has been approved, and there will be no station, blue rail station, at this town. Okay. Moving on to property auctions, we only have one from CCC 9 for their P20 for the town of P22. This has been approved. This player has not been online for at least 3 or 4 months, I believe. Moving on to Premier City reviews. There are no promotions at this meeting. We did look at the town of or city of Venceslau. We're still not convinced that it is at that level that we're requiring it for a premier promotion. Finally, on to section 6 regarding MRT lines. Heaven Angel has made a re-proposal of the Savannah line. We're going to stick with the naming of the Savannah line. I know at the last GSM some staff had qualms about it, but frankly we can't think of any other good names for it, so we're going to stick with Savannah. And the letter for this line will be the letter H, so stations will be given the prefix H1, H2, that sort of thing. Also we can give it a sort of the official name of this line will be Savannah line, but we can also give it an unofficial name, and we'll probably call it the Hot Line, because it does go through a lot of desert and savannah, but again, that's an unofficial name. And I will be talking with Heaven about the alignment or exact position of the line. Based on his proposal, it was a bit too west from my original proposals or original outlines for these sort of new lines. So I'll be going to talk to Heaven about this later. But if he's okay with this, then essentially this line, construction on this line can begin at any point. The other MRT line proposal is by Godzilla Train. It is regarding the extension of both the MRT Valley and Island lines. Both of them will continue through Fort Yaxie, and they'll actually meet up for quite a bit of time. They'll then travel south down through the Arctic biome or tundra biome until they reach the end, till they reach a point in the south where they will both split off again and meet up with the southern line at 2 different points. Not sure if Gods, you maybe post a map of this proposal.
Yeah, I'll post the actually let me get a link quickly.
But essentially, yes, the extensions of both these lines has been approved. Gods is free to start construction on both of these extensions, and that is that. There's a few more announcements. Gods, do you want to go talk about the city rank promotion stuff?
Yeah, can do. As I'm sure a lot of you know, we've decided that the batch system wasn't really working, so we're now going to be doing this cities on a rolling basis. Just to give a quick update on that, pretty much it's going well. I've pretty much finished the automated script that will be handling it all, and it will be up and running for the 1st of September.
Cool. So we'll look forward to that, and hopefully that'll be up and running by then. The other announcement I have to make is I will be attending an MRT meetup in London toward the end of this month. I won't name the dates exactly when the meetup is happening, but I will be leaving. I'll be away from the server, or away from where I am right now, starting on Tuesday, August the 21st, all the way to Thursday, August the 30th. So I'll be away. The admins, however, or at least most of the admins, will be here in my place. Hopefully nothing will melt down or explode while I'm gone, but to be honest, the last time I went on my Europe trip, I think something did explode. Or something, there's some drama, so in some ways I'm kind of expecting it. But yeah, please don't blow up, please don't melt the server while I'm gone. And I hope to meet some MRTers over there, and I'm looking forward to meeting them in person. So yeah. I guess one last thing I'll mention, we haven't determined the date of the September GSM. I'm still getting votes in from the staff of when the best date is for that. Once I get a date for that, I will let you know. but more than likely it's probably going to be a while until the September GSM. We are having the August, the GSM we're having right now pretty early. So yeah, just don't expect another GSM for maybe at least a month. Okay. All right, I think this is time to start the beginning of the Q&A and open floor portion of this GSM.
Just one note, by the way, as a reminder, construction along the planned route of the island and valley will be prohibited until the line is actually opened.
Yeah, yeah. So if you look on the picture for the island and valley line extensions, please do not build in that area. Just wait for the line to be built first. Okay. So yeah, because of vandalism on the Twitch chat, Twitch chat room, I'm not going to be accepting any questions or permissions to speak through there. So if you would like to ask a question or comment or concern about any of the things that have been discussed or anything else, really, please just let me know either in game or in the voice channel on Discord.
And like right now?
As in, so yeah, Solars, you haven't been here for a bit, but basically just type in either of those places and just say,
oh,
I have a question, and then I'll call on you when it's your turn. This is just to make things a bit more orderly.
Sorry.
Less chaotic there. So once again, if you have a question, comment, concern, please PM me in-game or say so in the voice channel, Discord channel. And also, please keep all silly questions toward the end. I want to try to get through the more serious questions first. Okay. Oops, Solars. Okay, just so I'm just going to list all the people. So all the people I've got so far are Court RL, Sir Nature Rider, Solars, and Fred. And okay, so first up, Cortezi.
Okay, my question, of course, since you already discussed all of the things you guys discussed in section 1D, I wanted to know what was the final thing you said to have it rejected.
Sorry, what? Sorry, I missed part of what you were saying there.
Regarding the Discord not safe for work channel, what was the actual reasoning behind the denial? Because you discussed all of the things you discussed and all of the bad things,
yeah,
and all of the good things, but what was the actual reason?
Yeah, I think because there were existing concerns, I think I basically defaulted to a position of let's not change anything for now.
What was the concerns about it?
I did mention them before, but basically I'd have to remember them. Hold on here, I'm just looking at the minutes here.
I try to do my best in the minutes.
Yeah, no. This is a good job, KCD. So that's not it.
I know minutes aren't fun.
Sorry about this.
First time.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, the biggest concern I saw was there were, again, concerns that this would split the community even further. There is already, I think it's fair to say that there is already a split. There's already a split between the younger members who are less than 18 years old and the older members who are above 18, and those members and those older members have been here since the last probably up to 6 years, and they've pretty much grown up with the server. And there's a concern that this channel will just further divide the membership, essentially making it such that all the older members will have access to this sort of secret club per se, where they would be able to discuss. They'd be able to discuss topics that the younger members won't be able to. That wouldn't be appropriate for the younger members.
And how will this divide a community, though? Since we can already do that in a certain sense.
Sorry, what do you mean?
There were some. I will say there were some other reasons, but Rumple is listing one of the ones that we did list. There are.
I know. I'm trying to find out the reasoning, because if we now create our own channel, it's still gonna split the community. The community is already split, so I don't see the actual real reasoning behind this.
This way,
the
we're
community,
not.
as you said, is already split.
This way, this so-called split isn't. We're not endorsing it. Let's say.
Yeah.
So because to be fair, everyone, like, you could create your own group chat before this. We couldn't stop you. I don't think the server should endorse like a split, or we should create a split. If someone wants to make it, we can't stop them, unfortunately. But that's just how it works.
Does that answer your question, Cortese?
Not really, but that's fine. I mean, yeah.
But I would prefer that we answer it before we continue, though.
I mean, it's just the reasoning behind what you gave about, like, I personally see the main reason here of the denial of the thing is just the split of the community, because that's the only one that came to my ears and the only one that you've been talking about.
There is another one, I think. Let me just look at the.
Because personally, if it's just the split of the community, us creating a server, it's still gonna split the community, but at least an MRT server side stuff will be easier for you to.
I think what from what God's, what God has said was that if it's gonna be a split, we can't stop it if you do your own. But like, I don't think we want a server sanction.
I mean, what doesn't change? What does it change if we create it, or if you
creating one means that we're like supporting the split. We're creating one means we're recognizing and supporting it and like telling people, yeah, it's the split's something that's okay. Like, yeah, the split's natural because people obviously won't talk, but like the second we create that, it's a public endorsement for it.
And because of a public, okay, never mind. And what was the other reason?
What were the other reasons? Because there are a lot of things we discussed in there, Steph.
Let me open up the minute.
Trying to remember here. I guess it kind of comes down to we don't know what. Oh yeah, there's this part. We're not entirely sure what the rules for that new channel will be. There was some discussion about, you know, things like nudity and what kind of content should be allowed. And we did sort of, I think there was during the discussion in the general chat, that we did sort of start to flesh that out. Things like, okay, nudity will be allowed, but it has to be within context. And we can definitely list things that are definitely not going to be allowed in that channel. So things like extreme gore, or just, you know, just blatant nudity, that sort of thing. But I think there's just also still quite that this is, in order, we have to define a lot of things about that. There's all these other sort of content, and if given time, then yeah, maybe staff or myself could sort of build that out. But I think there's just a general concern that we don't know what's going to happen. And
I mean, you will never know how things are going to turn out if you don't try them.
And that's
I thought we discussed.
And basically, Court, I'm saying I'm going with a more cautious approach here, and I'm going to say let's not do this right now.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
It needs to be more fleshed out with like what's good and what's bad, and where the grey area is split between.
Personally, I think we sent in a very detailed proposal, and a very detailed discussion arose from this section.
Yeah,
and I believe like the majority of the rules were already set down and were like a decent amount of rules there.
Yeah, but we did find there was quite a few gray areas, and we also talked about how if
you could have just
if a staff member does not want to per se monitor that channel or not to be in the channel, then we are technically forcing them into the channel.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I'll just jump in here. There was a legitimate concern that was brought in general where if a player wasn't older than 18, which there are a few staff members who are, then I did suggest that maybe they would be exempt from monitoring this channel. But Yoshi brought up another point. Some staff don't want to monitor that channel.
And that's fine, but all of the staff don't want to monitor it.
That's probably the main point.
I mean, it's what the point you're making. Like you said, some staff don't want to do that.
No, the point is that if you're assigned, the thing is, then you're going to assign certain duties, certain staff. For like, oh, so this staff has to monitor the channel because this other person doesn't. And then you get into technicalities of this person has to, this person has to, or this person has to.
I mean, are you forced if I don't want to, if I, for example, I'm a staff member, I don't want to go on Discord because I want to download it, am I forced to go on Discord and monitor the Discord chat?
There's a difference between, because the thing is, this is actually server sanctioned. Well, like, I mean, you think about it, for example, like warnings. It's like if you say, I don't want to monitor warnings, well, there's not really a reason for you to not want to monitor, like, don't give warnings or whatever, but you do, people may have their own personal reasons for why they don't want to monitor such channels.
Court,
yeah, and that's fine, but I don't see if there was like one staff member that wanted to go in the channel.
It's not one. I will tell you it's not one.
May I interject here real quick, just 1 second? Cortez, all of these arguments have already been made over Discord and server mumble several times over. I mean, I respect you.
Solars, that's not quite correct. A lot of these arguments are kind of new.
Really? I've heard a lot of these.
I personally didn't know about this argument that was going on.
Specifically, the whole thing about whether the whole legality part, that one wasn't really discussed during this private portion of GSM. That one I try to put a stop to because we've already hashed over that. But a lot of these the arguments that are coming out now are pretty new, I would say.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought I'd heard a lot of these already. That's my mistake.
Yeah.
Can we continue this in Discord or something? Because other people are waiting to ask questions.
Yeah, that's a good point. If you want to discuss this in text in general chat, go for it. But again, I'm taking, and I see a lot of points in for this. And personally, as an older member, I would say for. But frankly, there's some staff have expressed concerns, and I have to listen to that. And I think I'm defaulting to a position of caution about adding this channel. So unfortunately, this is a situation, it's one of those no-win situations where whatever we choose, one group of either the younger members or the older members will, like, neither of them will win here. So, yeah.
No, never mind. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to RL Crafters.
You'll be delighted to know that my question probably won't take 20 minutes to answer. But my question mostly concerns anyone who has a town in the extended map region, what I believe is called the Epsilon region. And how will the wards work in the Epsilon regions? Because according to the official map, Epsilon doesn't exist. So do the borders just extend for infinity, or are there new wards? What's going on?
That hasn't been defined yet, and it has come up in previous GSMs. I don't know if I had maybe assigned a staff member to maybe look at that, but
I believe it was Thomas, but
yeah, Thomas is not available. So yeah, we're going to have to. Yeah, we are aware of this. We will have to address it. Probably, unfortunately, not this GSM, but maybe more likely if any of the staff here, if you're interested, if you'd like to make a proposal for a new ward map with including the Epsilon portions of the map, then we can consider that the next GSM. We have seen other maps, I think at least one other map from a member that proposed it last time, or sorry, at a previous GSM, but we rejected it because of some issues with that map, I believe. So this is not it's not a new topic, and we are aware that we need to define those wards for that area. Does that answer your question, Aurel?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Okay. Next up is Mr. Sir Nature Writer. I'm not sure if you're gonna use voice chat or type it out. Sir Nature Writer. Oh, he's typing on.
He's gonna type it out.
Okay, I'll wait on this.
Cue the waiting music.
Fred said he put a word map of his own in planning, just into planning Discord.
While we're waiting for him to type that out, if you once again, if you have any comments, concerns, or you want a chance to speak, basically, yeah, PM me in game or in the Discord voice channel, and I will add you to the list of speakers. Once again, please try to prioritize serious questions first. And then we'll probably get to sillier questions later on. Sir Nature is taking a while to type that out. Here we go. Sir Nature Writer says, will arenas that have already been built be able to be requested to become part of the PvP system? Yeah, I think we didn't discuss this directly, but if an arena wants to, maybe it might already be another kind of arena, but if you want to convert it into a PvP arena, or maybe it already is, you can definitely request that as to make it into an official, or not official, but an actual working, functional PvP arena. So, yeah.
Just note that we won't probably be making any until we have like a solid set of rules and proposals out. So.
Yeah. So yeah, once again, don't submit them quite yet. Yoshi and the others will be we already have some, we have a general idea what the rules will be, or the building guidelines will be, but we'll get that out probably within the next week or so. But yeah, to answer your question, yes, you can take an existing arena and turn it into a PvP arena if you'd like. Hope that answers your question. Next up, Solars.
Sorry about interrupting you earlier. I haven't been to a GSM in about 1.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks. I just graduated high school, so I have time now. Anyway, to my questions. One, with the new city rank promotion thing, will that be covering Premier as well, or just SenGov?
Believe gods, it's only going to cover governors for the moment.
Yeah, so just senator and governor, although premiers will still be made through this new form, it just won't. They'll just still be reviewed at the GSMs.
Okay, so instead of submitting an email, you'd submit it through the form, and then it would come up
as
at the GSM?
as it was currently, premiers were still submitting through the form.
Yeah, we've always used the form.
Just to make sure that all the information is put across, because there's certain fields required.
Okay. And then second thing, on the A89 thing, I know that I took forever on this. Life kind of happened, but we just finished the A89 and it's going to open tomorrow after I finish installing signs and support pillars. Was just the fact that the road didn't start from Central City that renaming it to the A9 would have been a bad idea, or because I'm not entirely sure what the issue was with that proposal, honestly.
We were under the impression it wasn't the road builder that was doing it. We thought it was just someone saying, "Hey, can we rename this road?"
There's like 5 road builders for the A89. You can't really keep track of it.
Yeah, that was our assumption there.
I think that was so sorry. Specifically, I think my understanding was the person Shadowboard wanted to rename it because he wanted to match the ward system. I think that's my understanding.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, I've been working on a proposal. I've had it ready for a long time. I've just been waiting to finish the road. I've had a proposal in line to redo the A89 in between Frozen's section and mine to make it more consistent with how similar the designs are between Frozen's and mine. And I would have imagined signage being done as part of that. That's actually something I wanted to bring up for a while because the A89 is wildly inconsistent. And sub question there real quick. Is it necessary to submit something of that caliber through a GSM, or do I just ask admins and surrounding town owners?
Depends on the scale of your project. Is it the whole road that you're
It's like a third of the road. It's this segment in between West Calabar and Konawa specifically that really needs to be redone.
Yeah, that already built.
The already section of the road.
Okay, so it's already built. I'd still submit it anyway, or just email staff. We'll make a judgment on whether it should be a GSM thing, or if maybe it's something that we can approve outside of GSM. We have to see what the scale of it is. If it's a really small section, then
no, it's fairly significant. So it probably
okay. Then probably, right. But still submit to staff anyway, just so we know.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, Fred, it is your turn. I'm not sure where you're typing your question. Oh, it looks like it's Discord. So look at there.
You mentioned about the 89 that was also partially because of how it's been the same thing for a while. With the 89 being kind of 89 for 2 years.
Rose just confused me, so I just turned my brain off. I think actually...
Okay. Americans like roads more than Europeans.
Fred's question is, a while ago I sent an email to you about a few wiki plugins. Do you maybe have any ideas or updates on installing them? Yeah, so the thing with the wiki is I'm planning to do some upgrades with the wiki probably after the meetup, probably in September. And I'd only want to install plugins once I've updated the wiki first. And it's not a small project. It is quite significant to do that update because, to be honest, administrating the wiki is quite a bit of a hassle. It's not the best documented thing ever. So yeah, I think before those plugins even get considered, I would have to update the wiki first before I do that. And do know, Fred, there are other plugins that people want as well, and I'm aware of that. So if I forget about those plugins, feel free to, if I do and end up updating the wiki, feel free to remind me to consider those at that time. Okay, so moving on to the last person on the list so far right now is Sigma the Enigma. Sigma, I'm not sure where you're inputting your question or comment. Now, Alfie, I'll just quickly answer your question now. SVG uploads is kind of tied in with the whole update thing. Probably not gonna do that now before the update. Sigma, it's your turn. Could you please type in your question? And Shadowboater, I am getting your PMs, but I'm not going to be able to answer them right now, since you have expressed them as questions. Okay. While we're waiting for Sigma, again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you want to be added to this list of speakers, please PM me in game or on Discord. This will probably be last call for serious questions. After this, we'll go for more sillier side.
Can we interject again later if we have a serious question?
Yeah. Totally. Actually, staff, can you post the feedback document for Venceslo? Time is asking about it. Just give him the link to that. Actually, post it publicly because it's a public document.
I can do it.
Okay, thank you.
Hang on, I'll get it moved over to the right folder.
Sigma
Okay,
appears
thanks,
to
God.
have posted his question in the server chat.
Sigma asks, did the ender bricks and red bricks also get approved? I think the brick stairs and slab walls need that. Okay. Oh, this is regarding the UCars thing. So I don't think I saw that in the proposal, but I'll take a look at that. I will note, however, that I do not want to enable too many blocks to be UCars drivable, because at that point it starts to get to a point where even buildings can be like actual blocks used in buildings can be drivable, and that ends up allowing UCars to be placed anywhere. So I'll take a look at those other blocks, but I'm not gonna guarantee that I'll approve them. At the very least, anvils maybe, since there is a pretty good argument for those, since they're used for certain things. But yeah. Okay. I don't know if that answered your
Sigma
question.
asked some question in game.
What? I don't know what he means by "it's in game." Oh no, he's saying where his question is, because I just answered it. So I hope that answers your question, Sigma. So considering I didn't get any other requests for questions, it is now we're opening it up to sillier questions now, or comments. So
what's behind you?
On our souls.
Why is there a periodic table behind?
Oh my God! No, shut up.
Sigma, I've already answered your question. I don't know if you heard that.
What, Yoshi? What's wrong with that?
It's a game.
It's a game.
not.
There's nothing behind him.
Oh.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
I mean, to be fair, Solars hasn't been in a GSM.
Let's start over.
As you said, for a year and a half.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know.
Sigma, don't worry about the. If I need those values, I'll go ask you. But again, I'll probably not be able to get to it until September. So, yeah. And yep, if you're seeing game time to make my move, the document for, showing all the feedback for the premier cities in this batch, or for this GSM, is available now. The only city that was considered was Venceslo. Okay, any other silliness, other questions, or even serious questions? I don't care.
Oh, actually, I did have a serious question.
Yes.
So I've been talking to several staff members, admins, and mods because I'm trying to figure out something that I want to do for a show in November. I'm trying to create like little spotlight sort of things, like it would be moving around, and I'm trying to explore the idea of guardian beams and /or ender dragon breath. I was wondering if there is any ban on, even just temporarily for the 20 minutes or so of a show, to spawn a ender dragon with no AI under the world, to use that feature even if it needs to be despawned after. Is that possible to do? And would the admins have a horrible objection to it?
It's probably best to send us an email and we will look into it.
Yeah, you'll have to provide details of how that works. Keep in mind, I don't play Minecraft anymore, so I don't even know how a lot of these mechanics work. So
Okay, like I just know that we have hostile auto spawn turned off. I know that spawning a guardian or an ender dragon can sometimes produce some lag, but I just wanted to at least get that out there a little bit.
Yeah, send us an email and we'll look into it. It may need to be discussed in the September GSM. We'll have a think.
Okay. Also, Yoshi, for the love of God, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Oh yay! I like this.
Oh yeah.
No, this is much. No,
Happy to have
Yoshi,
that
this is
anyway,
much
Yoshi.
better. I mean, actually, no, nothing's going on.
Alfie asks, "What is my opinion on Eris the Eagle?" He's banned.
He wasn't previously.
Bye.
And yeah, he is. Yeah, we get link.
He's for a pretty long time.
And Mrs. Wee Wee, basically, I'm gonna say, unfortunately, please stop asking people to paste your text onto the wiki. The wiki is a privilege for the time being, and at the moment, we're not allowing the creation of your account on the wiki at the moment. Okay. Sigma, okay. Is there anybody?
Mojang does.
Is it? Oh, Mojang? Where?
Main chat.
Oh, here's Mega.
Okay, go for it, Mojang. Again, anything goes. Any comments, questions, concerns, silly or serious? We'll do this for a little bit, a few more minutes. Otherwise, we'll start playing the stupid 20 questions game.
I'm sorry, Yoshi. I didn't know. When did this start?
I mean, to be fair, we did say there is nothing behind Crumple.
That made no sense to me because there is clearly something behind Crumple.
There's nothing.
Hey, Frumple.
Behind from.
Yes?
Out of interest, how many roads must a man walk down before you can call him a man?
A what now?
How many roads must a man walk down before you can call him a man?
I don't understand the question.
It's a folk song from the 60s.
I don't know. Don't ask me about music. I hate music.
I need to check my answer.
I'm sorry, hold on. Wait, whoa. Frumple, why do you hate music?
Well, popular types of music.
It's
I'll
a
be
folk
very-
song from the 60s. That is not popular.
It's also a folk song, which I don't know.
I sent you the question already.
Yeah, Mojang. There's a lot of LGBT people on the server, and yeah, they're on here.
Some of them are staff.
A lot of them are on staff, actually.
Hello.
We have an unusually high proportion of LGBT members.
You wouldn't think that LGBT and train fan would cross very much.
Okay.
But apparently they do.
It's usually just a straight line.
Then again, I wouldn't exactly say I was a fan of trains, but I'm on the server.
Shadow Border is asking a question about what is my favorite card game? I used to play Magic: The Gathering a long time ago, but I stopped playing because it's such a money and time sink. I used to play Hearthstone, but it's also a money and time sink. It's also terribly balanced, and there's always meta decks in that game. So, not at the moment. I don't really have a favorite card game.
Do you play normal, regular, like Ace, Jack, King, Queen number card game?
Yeah, I could, but I don't have anybody to play them with. So, I used to play poker too. But Alfie asks planes, trains, or automobiles. Trains, like obviously. Skelly asks, who do you think will win Big Brother 3? I have no idea. I've not been following it. Also, I have another silly question, or rather two. Second question, do you play any console video games? No, because I don't have a console. I'm a PC gamer mainly. Actually, probably exclusively.
Would you like to buy my Nintendo Switch?
PC Master Race.
No, I would not. I don't have money. Yoshi asks, favorite board game? I do play board game. I should clarify. I used to play board games. I don't play it very much because, again, no friends. I used to play a lot of board games, actually. Probably my favorite. There's a lot of good ones. Probably my favorite would be Lords of Waterdeep. It's a D&D themed game. It's not actually. It's only themed in that, say, but it's a worker placement game. It's a really good one to get into. Okay.
Oh yeah, Frumple.
Yes.
Are we ever going to get to read your autobiography?
No. There's not really much to say, and it's not stuff I want to share. To be really honest. Pineapple Master is asking, what is my least favorite song?
Check with Sartorius.
I can think of many genres that I don't like.
Churros.
Like pop music is pretty shit these days.
Oh,
country,
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Bless. He's so right about country. Country's terrible.
I can tell you what music I kind of like. If you've seen my previous Twitch streams, you probably got a taste of that. Any sort of like synthwave or 80s sort of themed music is pretty good. Electronic music in general, I like pretty much.
Do you like 80s pop music?
Some of it.
Like is Toto's Africa your jam or something like that?
Toto by Africa is pretty good.
It's
Africa by Toto.
Yeah, pop music in general. Generally, if the music doesn't have lyrics, that's even better in general. Because usually lyrics for me, in a lot of cases, they ruin the song. Okay. Are there any other proper questions here? Because I want to kind of get off here.
That'd be good. And 20 questions.
Can you
right
guess
now.
what's behind you?
Favorite band, favorite song. I'm not going to answer those, unfortunately, Alfie. This is going to take forever. These questions are not interesting, and I'm choosing not to answer them because I'm bored. So.
How about we move on to topic 9A? 20
questions.
I'd rather not.
20 questions.
Oh, wait, is that actually a topic you put into it now?
The 20 questions is an official MRT GSM topic.
Skelly, you didn't
Congratulations.
Skelly, you didn't. What? What is Skelly saying? You didn't ask that question. I'm choosing not to answer if you're continuing the server past January. I don't know. We'll see. It's hard to say at this point.
Yes, provided someone sacrifices themselves.
Okay, I'm gonna bring these questions to a close because they're kind of getting shit quality. So moving on to 20 questions.
Moving on to the nothing.
Does it have something to do with chemistry?
No.
No.
We changed that.
I'm sorry, it's not my fault. I didn't know.
Someone spoiled it.
How was I supposed to know? I haven't been here for a GSM.
I mean, we did say it. There's nothing behind Frumple.
But there was clearly something behind Frumple.
But we keep.
It's got 19 more questions.
Does it have something to do with science?
No.
No.
Oh, someone keep counting the questions. Then.
Is it a person?
Doing broadcast.
Yes.
Question 4.
Is it a fictional person?
Yes.
Yes.
Question 5.
Is it a person from a movie?
No.
No.
Question 6.
Is it a person from a TV show?
No.
No.
Question 8.
Is it a person from a book?
Question 7. But
7.
Question 7.
Am I on 7?
You jumped one.
Whoops. 7.
Is it a person from a book?
No.
No.
Question 8.
What the fuck is it? Because it's movie, TV shows, and books.
I'm sorry, that isn't a question.
No, I'm just making statements. What?
It's a big one you've missed.
Is it a person from theater?
No.
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 God damn it,
Question 9.
Is it a person from a video game?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Question
Oh,
10.
yes.
Is it a male? Is it a male?
No.
No.
Question 11.
Which I mean, I don't know. In this age, I mean, there's other genders now, so I don't know if I.
Does he identify as a trade?
Unfortunately, I can't ask is it male or female or something like that because that's a yes no question. Okay.
You could ask, is it male or female? You'd just get a yes or no answer.
It's one of them.
Is this person? Does this person carry a weapon?
No.
I wish.
Yeah.
Question 12.
I really wish.
That would be the stuff of nightmares.
That'd be great.
There's a lot.
What the hell, my man?
No, that's just such a funny image in my head. I'm sorry.
Is this person?
Actually, here, I will clarify something different. Technically, I will say, a knife we will not count as a weapon.
Oh, true.
But they have a knife, but I would say they're not known for a knife, okay?
Is this person from a fantasy setting?
No.
No.
No. Is this person from
13.
Is this a person from a modern setting?
I mean, it's
ish.
Yeah.
Unspecified.
Yeah.
Big yes.
14.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't get this, but
I'm kind of tired today, so my brain's not.
you got the periodic table.
I'm sorry.
Is the character from a game that was made within the last
What?
5 years?
Probably. Let me check.
I'll say its original release date was 2006.
Wait, sorry, what? 2006? What?
2006.
That is what?
Let's look.
I'm confused.
According to Google, its original release date was 2006.
Time to look at Google.
Goes at Google.
Honestly, if you can get this on Google, I mean, good.
2006 video game characters. 2006 in video gaming.
I'd be surprised if this came up on
Number
this
one.
Comes up,
This-
I'll be amazed.
Are we on 15? Or 16?
Yeah,
15.
15.
See anybody?
15, yeah.
Okay, that doesn't help me.
Actually, there was one released within the last 5 years.
But don't worry about that.
So technically, yeah.
I will say, I don't know if you get this, but if you can get something like you can get close, I think that'll be good.
Is he about to ask his 15th or 16th?
15th.
15th, okay.
He's got 6 left right now.
Yeah,
Is
so
the
fifth
game
question has to be
here?
asked.
Is the game that this character comes from?
Mhm.
Is it a PC game?
No.
Oh.
No.
Question 16.
I'm confused.
Take time.
Is this person? Is this? No, I don't know. This is. I'm kind of lost.
Someone get Frumple some Jeopardy think music.
Here, I'll give you a hint. Maybe you want to figure out their profession.
But that's a whole. I have to ask each. What? Is this person? Does not have a weapon, so
They have a knife sometimes, but it's not as a weapon.
Here's a
You
weird,
schedule gave you a
here's a weird question. Is this a character from... No, that's a bad one. That's probably a bad one to ask. Okay.
You got 5 questions, you know?
Is this question...
This is question 6.
This is harder than I
Yes.
16.
Always ask it.
Is this question... Oh, no, not that. Is this character... Is this character talkative?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you do things right.
Oh, yes.
When you do
yeah.
things right.
But when you do things wrong.
Oh, no. They don't
Oh,
have that.
no.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh. Okay. I
You got it.
think you gave away a lot there.
Oh.
Is this character a robot?
Is what?
Is a
what?
robot?
No.
No.
No? Okay. Okay, never.
A robot
He thought he got
talkative when you do
First of all,
everything
we
wrong.
did say it was a person who wasn't male.
True, but you could have gendered robots.
Female
There's
robot.
nothing
Shit.
wrong with that.
sexually identifies as a robot.
3 left.
I thought I was onto something, but now
Question 18.
I'm just confused.
What?
Is this
Are these-
person? Hmm. Hmm? Is this person a character that the player of the game would play?
Not play
No.
out, no, but it's the
The main character.
It's a character that you would like. That's like the instructor, I would say.
The guy.
What? I'm just so confused.
I will say it's the titular character.
Question 19.
2 more left.
We believe it.
Why is someone? So you're getting free advertising here.
Can I give up?
No.
Why?
You left.
You got 2 questions left. 2.
2.
Two questions.
This is your 19th question.
Is this person? Fine, I'll go. I don't know.
What was your weird question that you thought was like off?
What? Sorry.
Because there was a question where you're like, oh, that's not a good question. You know what? Might as well ask it.
I forgot my weird question.
Big mood.
Is this person a... Is this person someone good with machines?
Certain ones, like especially certain ones that are available to the public.
What?
This is your final question.
You also,
my final question. Can I give up? I mean, I can't think.
With household machines.
Yeah, with household machines especially.
I
certain
give up.
household machines.
I give up.
No, ask one more.
I don't know.
Take a random guess. Name a random character.
Random. I really have no idea, honestly.
Yeah, so I'm not even sure you.
I feel like people don't know what this is, but go ahead and turn around because I don't think you'll even know what this is.
Okay. Okay. Just to be fair, I've heard of this character, but I've never played this game.
Oh,
So,
no.
That's why.
So I have no idea.
Cookie Mama.
Cooking Mama.
If they
You see,
give-
this is why we should have weapons.
That's the weapon.
Okay, now let's make her cool. Let's give her sunglasses.
No, wait, cool. Wait, I have an idea. Cool. Wait, stop. Wait.
We'll give her a knife instead of.
It's in the GSM. Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay.
Are we just ending it now? Okay, fine. Let's end the GSM. End this.
Oh my, Skelly.
End this madness.
End this
Okay.
man.
Okay, everyone. That's the end of today's GSM. Thanks
Memes.
for coming. The next GSM has not been scheduled yet, but I will let you guys know once again. And once again, I will be away toward the end of August. Yeah. Thanks for everyone for coming. Goodbye.
Memes.
What? She got a sunburn.
Memes.